Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, BIGANT, back with another episode of the Can I Kick It podcast. We are up late, we are alive, and we are talking to the people. It's Sunday, currently 10 o'clock at night. I hope you guys are doing great, and everybody's still here with us. And everybody's great on my end. I had a monstrous, fabulous weekend. Sienna was here, my daughter. And always a great time. You know, we had to turn up. She is and still is the love of my life. And 1 second real quick, I'm gonna open up this Starbucks coffee. Probably thinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I paused my music. Sorry. In other notes, we're not going to talk about it too much, but WWE had a pay-per-view, Clash in Italy, and I heard it was okay. It was, whatever. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then main topic today is obviously, since I started out with my daughter, I talked to my little group chat. I got my boys in my group chat. All of you guys know LA. Obviously, Martinez got jokes, who's been on the podcast before. I got him in there. I got my boy Cruz. I got my boy Tig, and it's me. And emotions just hit me really hard when I was saying goodbye to my daughter. So I had went in there and asked the boys, and I didn't really ask them anything. I just really told them like what was going on, and none of them have kids in that fashion. So like I wasn't expecting them to like give me advice, but I was simply just venting. And of course, they're always rooting for me, and we're always rooting for each other. So like it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but it's always great to have kind words from your friends and your brethren. So first of all, shout outs to them. You guys already know that's the only people I fucking talk to. I guess before we start that, we can just dibble dabble on the WWE topic real quick. Everybody retained that I wanted to retain, except for Becky, but she lost to Sol Ruka, which is cool because Sol Ruka is like, she's amazing. She comes from NXT. She's new, and she's got probably one of the coolest finishers in all of wrestling right now. And outside of that, Roman won, kept the belt. They teased him and Solo, because Solo's group, the I guess you could say Bloodline 2.0. It's not even a 2.0, but the MFTs were in the crowd, and they panned over to Jacob, looking at them, and then seeing it that he's in the position that he's in now with Roman, and Roman obviously is the head of the table. Honestly, the match was okay. It was kind of it's tribal combat. It was okay. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Everybody hit their moves, and Superman punch, and they if you guys haven't been watching, they gave Fatu the death grip. So everybody hit their moves, and there's a couple spots in there like where Fatu hurt his hand and he couldn't really use the death grip, and everybody looked good. It was a little slow, and at the end of the match, Fatu was like, hey, tomorrow on Monday Night Raw, I'll acknowledge you. And then when he said that, we saw the MFT and Solo in the background in the barricade, and Uh, yeah. I mean, it's all right. You know, I mean, it wasn't like the greatest match, and it's not like it's nothing like out of the ordinary. So I mean, it was good. It was good. It wasn't shit. There was no botches. There was no like real outtakes and no negatives. I mean, yeah, it was a strong rematch. It's not nothing that we haven't had before. So I mean, depending on where they take it is where I'll stand on if it was worth it. Because like I hate when we get repeats unless it's like something that really needs to be repeated. Like if it's a really good rubber match, but like I think everybody's tired of this bloodline kind of like dragging along. Like I know it's like Roman's, you know, his shtick, his gimmick, but yeah, I'm gonna see where it goes tomorrow, and then we'll pick up on that. My boy Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Obviously, going into this, I really wanted Cody to win because I don't really feel like it's necessarily time for him to drop the title, and if they did, I don't think Gunther is the way. I really want Randy to come back and take the belt. Hopefully we get something before then, and then we get something started before SummerSlam, and he could take it at SummerSlam, which I would be totally fine with. Match was really short. I think it was like 10 to 12 minutes. It wasn't like nothing 18 plus like we're used to. It was this one was more mid than the Roman's I give like an A minus. This one was more like a B plus. My dog, hey mama. And Mia, I'm recording, and it was okay. There was a couple surprise near falls. Cody hit the Cody Cutter. What else? There was a spot where he had his leg up. He thought he won. And was it up or was it underneath? I really can't remember. His leg was either up or underneath. I can't really remember. I think it was underneath. His leg was underneath, and he still won. So they're probably gonna drag it out again. They're gonna be like, the whole look at the footage, whatchamacallit, standpoint, which is fine. I mean, I like Gunther, and Cody's my dog, regardless of, I've been with Cody, not in a relationship, but I've been rocking with Cody for a while. And I think the first phase of it was great. The second phase, I guess you can call it that because it was so short, like maybe into the first 6-7 minutes was great. The last 6-7 into the finish, which was on the weaker side, I guess you could say. It was kind of like a cop out. But the in between was pretty good, and it just left a lot to be desired. And I guess they're just, like I said, the whole foot under the rope and still getting the count. They're gonna run with that, okay, and then he's gonna make it a thing, and yada yada yada. So I don't know what kind of wrench they can throw into that to maybe spice it up a little bit, but if not, we'll just get another Gunther Cody Rhodes rematch, which is not where I want to be right now. But like I said, hopefully something happens in between time and in between SummerSlam coming up that Randy can come through, scoop it up, and finally get Big 15 going. And yeah, that one's like a B plus, a B minus plus. Can I give it a B minus plus? Is that even a thing? Can I can I give it a B minus plus? Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I'm not even gonna get into this. Rhea's bae, you guys already know, she won. It was a great match. And the thing is, there's not a lot of women in the WWE right now that can put off great matches outside of like who we're newly getting introduced to with like Sol Ruka and Fatal Injection Reaction. The chick from NXT. I don't know. She's kind of dope, but I really wish she was by herself. It was a great follow-up match from WrestleMania. and it kind of felt a little bit better almost, even though their match at WrestleMania was great. It was really on par with like some of the better female matches of the night at WrestleMania. But I think they're gonna go more towards Jade versus Charlotte because they have like beef and stuff. But it was great. They have really good chemistry. Like Jade has gotten better in the ring with the people who she was first introduced with when she first got to WWE outside of AEW. And I think she's finally building that chemistry and that confidence where she's pulling off moves way better, way more fluent. There's less choppiness, there's less pauses, there's less breaks. So like it's coming together really, really good. And they're putting on really good matches. So even though this was another rematch that we've already gotten with Solo with Jacob and Roman, this one actually was a lot better in my opinion. And yeah, there was some stuff in between, like I think like what's her name, Michin and BFAB came down and they caused interference and yada yada yada, obviously. But she avoided the choke slam and she hit the riptide for the 1-2-3 clean, and that's great. So everybody was strong. The heels got ejected, and then Charlotte Flair had gotten involved on the outside, out on the barricade. I think she did like a crossbody, if I remember, like a jumping crossbody, I think. And yeah, it maintained a lot of good, it maintained my attention. So I give that one, since is it better than the Sol Ruka match? Yeah, it's a little bit better. I'm gonna give that one an A. I'm gonna definitely give that one an A. Jade is picking up, and she's picking up at the right time because the women's division needs big names outside of Rhea and Io, because it's been Rhea and Io for so long. Outside Asuka and everybody else that's attached to like the same group of 6 women. So that's good. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm very excited for her becoming and evolving. So what do we have next on my short little list here? We can go into let's switch it up, and we're gonna go into the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch and Sol Ruka. I obviously went in here thinking that Becky was gonna win. I really didn't think they were gonna give Sol Ruka the belt so soon. But I know Sol Ruka's she's like over, but she's not like super over. She's over in NXT. Like NXT, she's like really over, and she just got to the main roster like a month or 2 ago. And let me take a sip of this coffee. This podcast is all over the place. This one, it's starting to be real reminiscent of, I don't know what happened, but sometimes like when wrestlers get to the main roster, there's a lot of pressure. And as of late, like every time Sol Ruka's on TV, she botches. And it's all over the internet for weeks. And Becky Lynch is Becky. She's not like the most outstanding thing in my opinion. She used to be. She shows up, she talks shit, she does a couple of suplexes, she gets involved with the ref. Obviously Jessica Carr was the ref, and she goes about her business, and everybody hit their stuff, and whatchamacallit, there was a lot of well executed things. Like there was like a DDT spot, and there was the Soul Snatcher, and whatchamacallit, I think Ruka reversed the manhandle slam, and she had like a top rope X Factor. Shout out to your boy X-Pac. And yeah, the match was good. The Soul Snatcher was perfect, and the finish to the match was more important. You know, it was them crowning a moment for a newcomer with, she has like an extremely high like level, like ceiling, and she can just continue to grow. And Becky putting her over so soon, they're putting a lot of faith in Soul, and that's what I like, when they give other people a chance and other people a shot. And it also says a lot about Sol Ruco too, because she's like, you know, she's new to the main roster. She's getting on TV. She's getting in feuds with legendary female wrestlers, and they're like, hey, we're gonna put the belt on you. I mean, it's not the greatest and, you know, biggest belt, but it's the IC, so it's not like a chump. It's not a chump belt, and that's probably the best thing that they could do, because sometimes, like, it's like Becky's turning into the Charlotte Flair. As much as I hate to say that, it's like she's always winning. You know what I mean? Like, she's not even winning the women's championship. She's winning the women's IC belt like all the time. I mean, they put her in feuds with like part-timers and stuff like that outside of the bird lady. What's her name? Valkyria. And yeah, they're putting a lot of faith in Soul, and which is absolutely amazing, because, you know me, I really like it. And I think we only have, what do we have? Oh, we only have the main one. The main one left. My big homie, Obi Femi versus Brock Lesnar 2. This one is probably ironically the best match. And yeah, I don't even know where to start with this one. And it overly exceeded my expectations in regards to, you know, where they were gonna go with this, because it could either be bad or it could be good, but I know they want a third one. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. This thing, obviously, why is the music so loud? Holy shit, my bad. This thing was great. Brock Lesnar got his little serenade, and the crowd was fire hot, and I think excuse me, I think Lesnar hit Oba with like 7 F5s. Like I shit you not. It was like 7. And I think the best thing for them was to let Lesnar win. Not only because he's coming out of retirement, quote unquote, and giving you guys the rabbit ears. But it sets up a SummerSlam rematch, or I forgot which one is in between that. It might be Money in the Bank. I don't see them doing it at Money in the Bank. But man, Brock Lesnar, like 20 years in, is still over, and Oba is just getting more over, like every time he steps in the ring, and this is just elevating him like even more. And the trilogy was a must. It's a showstopper. It's a money hog. This thing is gonna sell tickets. It's gonna get everybody involved. And yeah, I wrote down in my notes, he took 7. It is 7, and even one of them was, I think, through a table. Was it through? Yeah, one of them was through the table, and it was again bar none better than the WrestleMania match, and even that match was great, because you see 2 big hogs like that, 2 big ass men, and you're like, they only can do so much, and which is true to an extent, but they elevated their match, and they exceeded a lot of people's expectations, mine, and it was just perfect. Like everything, the intensity, everything. And now that they set up the rubber match, I have here in my notes too as well. SummerSlam is in I can never say the city right. Minneapolis, Minnesota. And that's Brock Lesnar's hometown. So that's where I think he's really going to retire, because I see Obafemi beating him and getting put over. So it was a great match. It was a lot of offense. It was dirty. It was hardcore. Pause. It was just in your face action. 7 F5s, one through a table. Even Femi was just like still like bringing it. You know what I mean? So this one definitely gets an A+. It's probably, if not the best match of the night. And it was great. It was great. It was just automatically it just sold me. It really saved the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was like a B, until that a B- until that hit. But every match was solid. I'm excited to see where they go with Roman and Jacob. Cody, please bring Randy back for that. I really don't want to go the Gunther route again, even though I fuck with Gunther a lot. And Sol Ruka has some tweaking to do, but she could be a great champion. She's awesome. And Obafemi and Brock Lesnar 3 at SummerSlam is going to be absolutely bananas. I hope it's like a Street Fight or some shit. They just let them go all out and just let Brock Lesnar just finally end it, like, you know what I mean, on a good note, and just giving it his all. And Jade and Rhea, it was great. Jade is she's getting there. She's evolving, and I'm happy, and I'm sold. So all around, it was like a B+. You know what I mean? It was a little bit lower than that when I first initially started watching, but business picked up, obviously, when we saw the Oba and the Brock match. It literally saved him. But it was a good show. I gave it to WWE. It was a good show. I was not sad at all. I was really not sad at all. So sorry about that. I'm watching OG Pokemon as I'm recording as well. Team Rocket is getting their ass whooped. Shout out your boy Ash. Back to the briefly announced topic with my daughter. When is my podcast not about my daughter? But I guess that's what happens when you become a father, especially a girl dad. The love of my life, Ziana was here, and I had her Friday, Saturday, and today. And you know how I feel about my little human. She is the greatest thing on earth. And the time that I spend with her means more to me than anything, even wrestling, as crazy as that sounds. And I couldn't help but catch these feelings today that I thought were getting suppressed a little bit. And we went to my sister's house. We hung out with my nieces. She got to see her cousins. We went in the little baby pool, and we hung out. We played Pokemon. She's a big Pokemon Pocket fanatic. I got her into Pokemon. And every time she opens up my phone, she wants to, Dada, can I open it, please? And we get to opening packs, and she's collecting cards with me. And we hung out. We saw people, and we went over there. We hung out with them, and we had lunch over there. We had Burger King, because she's a Happy Meal fanatic. Even if it's not from McDonald's, she still calls it a Happy Meal. And we came back and we hung out for a little bit until her mom was gonna come pick her up. Got her ready, got all her stuff ready, took her a shower, and we hung out a little bit more. She loves Play-Doh now. Play-Doh is like her number one thing, Play-Doh and slime. And that's all she wants to play with. She doesn't care about anything else. She has a drawer full of toys, and she goes for the Play-Doh like every single time. So my daughter's either going to be an architect because she likes to play with Play-Doh and blocks. She's going to be an astronaut, or she's going to be a pilot because she loves planes. So either one of those, Dad cool with. But so Jen calls me and she's like, I'm outside. So I got all of her stuff ready, and I picked up Sienna and I walked her to the car, and I put her in the car, and she sings the Goodbye Friends song from Rachel, but she remixes it now. She puts our names in it. So like when she's saying bye to mom or she's saying bye to dad, she'll say, instead of goodbye friends, she'll say goodbye dada, and the rest of the song, we'll see you again real soon. So first thing I noticed was when I put her in the car, she didn't cry, which was great, because last time was not so good. She was telling me she didn't want to go. She was telling me why. It really really messed with my mental. But this time she was good. She was happy. She was smiling. And I put her in the car, and I said goodbye to Jen, and I said goodbye to Trevor, and I said goodbye to Tiana, and we waved all the way till she started backing out, and I was still waving. And this is where things kind of changed a little bit. And I walk into my apartment, and it's super quiet. Like you can hear now, it's super quiet. And I think the thing that hit me the most was when I came into my bedroom. I started to pick up her toys, and I caught myself not wanting to put them away, because it's the reminder. It's the reminder that she was here. And just the feeling of sitting there and it drastically changing to silence was very very thought-provoking. It was very thought-provoking for me. And I just kind of just sat there, and I was just like, she just left, and I already miss her. Like that's wild to me. And it literally took me 30 minutes to put her toys away. And I still had a bowl of half-eaten fries and a cup of Sunny D still on the table. And I couldn't throw the fries away. I couldn't throw the fries away. But a lot of this is something I thought, hey, you'll get used to it. Like just let it go. Like let it be. You'll get used to it. And I thought I was. But when your favorite person is not here, it's nerve-wracking. I'm not as depressed as I once was. It was more like a shock factor. It was really like the transition. And obviously it's not my first time saying goodbye, and not the first time I felt this way, but like today, I don't know, it was just one of those things that you remember that it's difficult. Co-parenting is really difficult, even though me and Jen are on good terms, and thank God she's not like a lot of these horror stories and these these stories about quote unquote bad baby mamas and bad mothers. You know, she's great, she's amazing. But man, the co-parenting side of being separated and going through these breaks is it's really not for the faint of heart. Like it really isn't. And I don't know, I just really had to reach out to my boys. And like I said, they didn't say much, but they said enough. And that's basically all that matters to me, because I really don't have a lot of people to like vent to. So like me just reaching out to them was kind of like, hey, like I know you don't know too much about this subject, but I'm just going to lay this out here because I don't want to hold it in. And like the soldiers that they are, they tried their best to summarize a good response. And that's why they're my homeboys. You know what I mean? Because they got to put up with my sad, sappy bullshit every now and then. And, you know, I give them enough bullshit as it is, but they're always there for me, you know, through it all, you know, especially Martinez and Cruz. And Tig too. Tig comes and goes in the chat. He's not as active as the rest of us, but he's there. And you know, he's a good guy, you know, and very holy like myself. And he'll say some things that, you know, gets me going. So something just told me to hit them up, and I had to get it off my chest, because I was sitting here at the edge of my bed with one of her squishy balls in one hand and her Abby from Sesame Street headband, and I was fucking losing it. I was literally fucking losing my mind over something so simple. You know what I mean? Like, she left happy, and I'm sitting here like, you know, with tears in my eyes, like what do I do now? Because it's back to work tomorrow. I have to go to sleep by myself now, and she's all I think about, you know. But like LA said, and you know, most of you guys know him from, you know, as Martinez Got Jokes. He said you know, you got to be lucky to have these times to go through, so you can remember, and that she's gonna also remember these times, you know, when she gets older. And that really struck me. You know what I mean? This guy has a inkling. He has a little bit of knowledge, because he told me he used to look out for his godson. He has a little knowledge of what I'm going through. It's not as heavy, but it's there, you know. And to say something like that, you know, it kind of hit me. It's like, yeah, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And I just catch myself sometimes, a lot of times, thinking like I'm good, like I'm getting over it, like I can just live a normal life type deal, and I just go through something else, and it's just, and I know it's gonna continuously get harder, because she's gonna learn. Well, she kind of already knows how to swim, but she's gonna want to learn how to ride a bike, you know. She's gonna rollerblade. She's gonna want to, like, you know what I'm saying. She's gonna learn how to put makeup on, do her hair, and whatever hobby or sport or whatever she gets into, dance or, you know, soccer or softball. And she's just going to continue to just grow and flourish. And all I want to do is just be there. And I really hope I don't miss any more than I have already missed. Because it sucks, man. It really sucks. You know what I mean? I've told you guys before, but man, going through this stuff is probably the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life. And I've been through some fucked up shit. Excuse my French. I've been through some fucked up shit. But we must continue. And we must push forward. You know, positive minds bring positive results. Or so they say. But I believe in myself. And I believe that things will get better. You know, I'll finally get to heal. Because that's another big part of me. I think 82.7% of me is still damaged. But the best thing about me being 82.7% damaged is my daughter hasn't caused any of it. Can I get an amen? My daughter's innocence is what keeps me going. And without it, I think I would be in some very, very dark, twisted areas of life. And I'm learning. And I suggest that you guys also learn too. You know, dig a little deeper inside yourself and try to understand what makes you tick, what makes you angry, what makes you sad, and try to divert that into something positive. You know the saying goes, it's always easier said than done. But I'm being dead ass honest. Because that's the first step, and a lot of people can't take the first step and they rather just fall. You know, I'm willing to crawl. I'm willing to pull myself through mud, dirt, garbage. You know what I mean? Minefields to try to fix my situation at home. And it starts with me. Because my daughter's doing the legwork. She's doing the most of the legwork. Most of the heavy load is my daughter, and she doesn't even recognize it. How do I sit down with a 4-year-old? Her birthday's next month. How do I sit down with a 4-year-old and tell her, you're making dad better? How does somebody say that to their 4-year-old and hope that they understand? When all they want is McDonald's Happy Meals and to open up Pokemon cards, you know? But I strongly advise you guys, if you guys are going, not even just co-parenting, just anything in general, depression, sadness, any type of negativity in your life, that's constantly reminding you about how bad it is. Like, you should really sit back and like dig deep. Like, I'm talking about real fucking deep. And find the root and cut it off. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I did a lot of trimming, but I haven't cut the root yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that we're gonna do in a day. You know what I mean? It's not something that happens overnight. And it's not something that's gonna be, the most easiest thing to do. But I mean, at the same time, it's achievable. It's really achievable. So yeah, man. I applaud anybody who's still sticking with me and who's still sticking around for themselves and for their kids and for their relationships and for their parents. And for anything for that matter, whatever makes you guys keep going and keep pushing, I'm here for it, man. I'm honestly here for it. I may not talk to you directly, or I may not hit you up directly, but like, if you get on the phone with me and I haven't talked to you in 5 years, we're gonna pick up a conversation like I just left you yesterday, like every time. And if you tell me some stuff like you're changing your life and you've learned how to, not do drugs or not smoke anymore, or, you decided to get a better job, or you decided to get your license, or you decided to do whatever in the world that's going to make you a better person. You know what I mean? I'm going to always applaud you. And I'm always going to tell you that, you keep doing that, because that's what makes you and I keep going. You know what I'm saying? My thing used to be podcasting, making music, and playing video games. Now, outside of podcasting, because this is one of the best things I could have ever done, because I vent a lot, and I used to hold a lot of stuff in, but like everything else around me is a distraction. Like my computer, my phone, my games, my video games, TV, Pokemon is a distraction to keep me sane. They're not even hobbies anymore. They're just things to keep me in check. Like, there is still regular things out there, but they keep me a little bit off track in regards to like reality. And not saying that you can't have things outside of what needs to be done to make you happy or to just live life and to be, you know what I mean, to be yourself. But everything now, I don't see it like I used to when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I needed all of this. There's times where I won't even turn my Xbox on for a couple of days, you know, or I won't log into my computer. I won't go on YouTube. I'd rather sit in silence. I'll sit outside. I'll sit in the room with all the lights off on some weird emo shit. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing is just finding what makes you tick and what makes you feel those certain emotions. And you can put the same effort into things that make you happy and same things that, you know, make you want to do better. It's not necessarily have to be about everything that's bad. In my situation, I just really want to get out of the rut that I'm in because I'm tired of being there. But I finally recognized that it starts with myself because everybody around me is doing everything that they need to be doing. They're carrying the heavy load. You know, Jen's taking care of my daughter 24/7 and going to nursing school. No excuses. You know, Ziana is being herself, pure innocence, always rooting Dada on, and she doesn't even know it. 100%. And I just need to come to terms that I need to be able to put myself on that level. 100%. No bullshit. And find what makes me tick. Find what makes me happy. What makes me keep going outside of my daughter's existence. Even though that's huge. Even though that's like the biggest thing ever. I just need to work on myself. You know what I mean? And that's a lot. That's all of that I just said came from a message from one of my boys who doesn't have any kids, but knew exactly what to say at that exact moment an hour and a half ago. So kudos to my dog Martinez. And that's me being unbiased. And I like to be biased. You know what I mean? Iceman 9 out of 10 album. I'll at your boy. But other than that, I'm good. And I really hope a lot of you guys are good and you guys are finding your ways in life. You know, we're not getting any younger. And I want to be myself again. And I'm working on it. I am. I know I sound like a broken record. I know it's taking me a little bit longer. But I am. And I can't give up. Not when there's kids involved. But yeah, I'm good. So, to recap everything, WWE, good show, great show. I was happy. Was not mad at all. Thank God I wasn't mad because I hate being mad at WWE. And co-parenting is ass. It is literally ass, cheeks. It's literally ass. It could be done. And thank God I have somebody that's willing to help me and support me and take care of my kid. I don't have to ask, and she doesn't have to bitch, and she doesn't have to complain. I mean, she does sometimes, but that's with every that's with every co-parenting situation. But she's great. She's good. She takes care of my kid. That's all I can ask for. I go to sleep every night knowing my kid is safe. You know, and that's the biggest thing that I can be thankful for. And Ziana's great. Ziana will be 4 next month. So we got a lot of things planned. We got a lot of things going on. You know, remember to take some time for yourself. Go outside, take a deep breath, look at the sun, look at the birds, go touch grass, go to the beach, listen to the waves, put your feet in the sand, put on a book, put on a movie, listen to some music, make music, write poetry, write notes. You know what I mean? Do what makes you happy and find what makes you tick and improve. The biggest thing is improving. We got to improve, you know? And it starts with us. Starts with me, starts with you. Everybody else is doing their job. It's time to do ours. So again, late Sunday drop. I apologize, but obviously you can understand my circumstances. But same time, not same time, but same time as Friday next week. New episode. I'm keeping up and I'm keeping consistent. I'm gonna try to knock down maybe one or two different topics other than my life and my daughter, even though she basically owns the show now. But yeah, if you're new here, we appreciate you even rock with us. We appreciate you even more. I fucking love you guys. Trust me, I do. Hit me up, message me, like, share, all that great stuff. Even if it's only two of you, I appreciate the two of you. It's probably just me and myself and I. I'm talking shit. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Trust me, every Friday. You guys know where to find me at. I love you. Peace.